Coming at you with another exciting video. So in this video, very interesting. Young lady, I call this the stupid tax. Young lady gets upset with a child's father. He tells her she need to leave. She's a new mother. She's even breastfeeding. But in the midst of leaving, she turns around and she starts breaking all of the TVs in the house. She bites the man in the chest. And she already have other offenses. So now let's just get this right. This is stupid tax. You broke your own stuff. Stupid tax. You gotta replenish your own stuff. The stupid tax. You're in jail with the very person probably that can help get you out. Stupid tax. You're begging strangers to get you out of jail. Stupid tax. And the prosecutors don't want to let you out because you already got another case where the bond is 10,000 and you didn't even show up. Stupid tax. People need to start thinking about their actions. That's like a man say, "Oh, I'm gonna cheat on my wife," and you don't have the first month or the last month rent because when she puts you out, you're gonna need that. Your credit is no longer less than stellar, amongst other things. You really got to start thinking about the consequences. Life is like chess. You got to think moves ahead. If I do this, this is what's going to happen. But that's enough of me rambling. Let's dive into the content. This is Antonio with Team Tiggio. Please like, comment, subscribe as we're going to keep pumping out videos on this channel, and we'll see you in the
Ma'am, can you tell me your name?
Alexis Sanders. Hey, Judge,
Yes.
is it possible I can talk to the attorney?
Yes.
Thank you, Judge. Judge, is the like join the move the mouse? See, I ain't gonna lie, that's the why way I'll do this. My kids probably won't get married. I'm ready to get married. I'm gonna get the I have to do.
Sorry about that. I'm talking, and I've been muted. This is State of Michigan versus Alexis Sanders, excuse me, case 24058946001. Today is the date set for a bond redetermination hearing. Bond is set intentionally unaffordable. Appearances, please.
Lisa Coyle appearing on behalf of the people.
Your Honor, Phil Reagan on behalf of Mr. Alexis Sanders, who's here for bond redetermination.
All right, Ms. Sanders, could you state your name for the record, please?
All
right, thank you, Ms. Sanders. Today is the date set for redetermination hearing. Mr. Reagan has to bond.
You know, Judge, I'm gonna try to be brief, Judge. My client, he's 22, Judge. Got a lot going on to be 22, though. Got a whole lot going on. You know, on probation, Judge, for RNOs. You know, it looks like she had on June 22nd, she got pled to 3 counts, or you know, so it makes her have 4, all on that day, Judge. Regardless, Judge, she has a newborn, 10-month-old that she's been away from, Judge. She was breastfeeding, that's not eating, because he's used to catching on to, I guess, her nipple and feeding that way. Hasn't been taking well to the other things, and she's afraid he's going to end up in the NIC unit if she doesn't get home. Her bond is not that much, Judge. It's only $500. You know, with the tether, Judge, I would note that the complaint is her son's father, and I guess it's alleged she told her she had to pack her stuff and leave, and she kind of flipped out and broke some stuff up, Judge. That's the allegation. I'm not saying it's true, Ms. Sanders, at all, because I know it's more to it, and we talked about it, but I'm just talking about what the allegation is. It's a lot more to it, Judge, but obviously we're here. You know, she takes care of her great-grandmother as well, Judge, as part of what she does, but I'm really concerned about the baby as well. But I think she understands that, you know, no contact has got to be provision. She has another location she can stay. I just want to see her be able to go and deal with the baby. Now, whatever probation issues she may have, she's going to have to deal with that. That's not anything we can control. And she needs to learn, and I told her, you got to learn to control your anger. You have a child, you have a lot to lose, you're on probation. And we talked about that, Judge, and I think she understands that, you know, this is not even a good look. She's away from her kid. So, you know, to not do that, you know, something she needs to work on. So I'm asking for a reduction in bond, Judge, to just a personal with no contact.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Reagan. Ms. Coyle has to bond.
That's correct. She is on probation for 3 counts of R&O out of the 6th Circuit Court. She also has a 2019 conviction for under height of status for interfering with the police investigation out of Westland District Court. She has an open warrant for assault and battery out of the Inkster District Court, which is 22nd District Court, which she has a bond of 150 cash surety. She also has an open warrant for OWI out of Romulus, that's 34th District Court. Her bond is $10,000, 10%. She has a failure to appear on that matter. She, it looks like she was intoxicated when this occurred. So they took her to the hospital to be cleared. She also has possible mental health issues. This is correct. This is a child in common. He did tell her to leave his home. She becomes outraged and irate. She bit him allegedly in the stomach, threw an amplifier at him and struck him in the back of the head. Then she threw broken glass at him and cut him on the wrist. She did a lot of damage. She damaged 4 TVs. She glasses and necklaces. As a condition of her probation out of circuit court, she's supposed to have no assaultive behavior, no alcohol, and she was ordered to have a mental health evaluation. So I think that's what's going on here, Your Honor. I think she has not only a history of not showing up for court, she also has a history for being 22-year-old, very assaultive behavior. And with that, mental health mixed with alcohol is a dangerous combination. So I'm asking for this bond to remain the same, as well as all conditions be kept in place.
All right, I've had a chance to review the investigator's report as well as hear a litany of criminal history. And Ms. Coyle, I do agree, there is a lot going on, including assaultive history, as well as failures to appear. However, I'm not going to keep this person in on a $500 bond. I'm going to amend this to $5,000 personal with a GPS tether while this matter is pending. 1 second, Mr. Reagan, where is the defendant staying at right now?
Let me see. She would stay, Judge, with her aunt and uncle. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
With her aunt and uncle, Judge. That's where I have her. She has 4 kids total, but the newborn, Judge. But she's going to stay with her aunt and uncle, right?
All right. So I'm going to say 5,000 personal with the GPS tether, no contact with the complaining witness or that Fisher Street address while this matter is pending.
Judge, so I understand the court's concern. My thing, I wouldn't even mind keeping the cash, but the tether's the thing, Judge. It's Friday. She's going to probably take another 5 days to get the tether and be away from the 10-month-old. She understands, Judge, not to have any contact.
Okay.
I'm just concerned about the baby, Judge. I don't want to see the baby go back to the hospital.
Sympathetic to the condition that both the defendant and her child is in right now. But this is the least restrictive means that I can envision releasing this person with this history, with this capious history as well. So that tether is going to remain, but I am going to put a personal bond on this.
Thank you, Judge. Judge, can I talk to her in the breakout room briefly?
Yes.
Thank you.
That's horrible.
Hey, Judge, thank you so much, Your Honor. It's something that made me really kind of think about this a little bit more when I was reading it, and I wanted to talk to Miss Sanders a little bit more. So I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to talk with her, Judge. And one of the things that she explained to me, and that she has a lot of bruising over her body where she was being dragged, obviously. But the bigger thing is that even Mr. Gregory Sanders has been calling up, trying to see how he can get her released, because they have a 10-month-old together, and the baby's not eating, and even though it's no contact, he's been calling up there trying to get her to be released. But he has her wallet, her phone, a lot of her stuff. She was living there, and I think that, it's other issues. And I when I read stuff, I kind of think, what makes her accused of throwing stuff at him or beating him up? But yeah, maybe it was, I think, a little bit of the other way around, Judge. And she actually, because of her temper toward the police, was the one that actually got taken. But now he's trying, I guess, to get her out because of their baby. And I know she has some other issues, Judge, but I would just ask the court respectfully again, and that's why I wanted to go back and talk to her a little more, to consider, not a tether, only if she won't go back near him if you tell her not to. But I think, the baby, he's even trying to get her out because he's concerned about the baby. So I'm asking the court to consider that, Judge. The court would just reconsider, Your Honor, because she's got to wait
Well,
about
Judge, I can try calling the complainant and see if that's the case, if you want me to do that. But otherwise, she has a failure of not appearing. She's got a history of assaultive behavior and drinking. So I don't know how she's breastfeeding when she was intoxicated.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry,
anyhow,
Ms. Coyle.
I can call the complainant.
Stop, please, 1 second. I'm sorry, you got to get out of the courtroom. Officer Hamilton, you got to get this person out of the courtroom right now. Which case were you on? We'll bring you back in when your case comes up, but it's either going to be you or I'm going to kick everybody out.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I have to stop court on an unrelated matter. Once.
Totally get it. Would you like me to call him? Oh, geez.
Hold on 1 second, Ms. Coyle.
Sorry about that. I had to stop on an unrelated matter. Ms. Coyle, if you can call the complainant.
Thank you, Judge.
We greatly appreciate it.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I'll recall this case.
Would you like me to call?
Yep.
Please.
Yes, please.
You want to do it now? You want me to do it now if I look up his number and see if I can find it and try to get a hold of him?
Please, Ms.
Well, how
Coyle.
about this? My order is going to stand. Ms. Coyle, if you give me that information before at some point, when you get some time, then I'll change the order and submit it to the jail.
Okay.
I have his number right here, Ms. Coyle, too.
Why don't you text it to me, please? Please don't put it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Just text it to me.
And we can't do it right now because I still got a lot of cases that I got to get through, and I need Ms. Coyle, and I need you.
I understand, Judge. I understand.
So, I will tell you this, Ms. Sanders, if that information checks out, then I'm going to take the tether requirement out. I'm putting the tether requirement on now, but if I get that information, I will change it and you'll be released. You got to resolve these warrants that are out here.
Judge, I've been trying to do that. I don't have a car. I have the money to do whatever you asked me to do. I promise you I do. The incidents that happened in Inkster, that happened years ago when my first baby daddy passed away. He passed away last year. And I've been trying to get that off my record.
So, Ms. Sanders,
hold on.
I'm going to stop you right here. When you tell me I'm trying to do this and I don't have a car, and then you tell me that that's years ago, already, years ago, I'm going to leave it at that, because we're trying to get you out right now. And I don't want you to say anything to mitigate this. I'm just telling you what you have to do.
And I will do it. I will do anything you ask me to do. I promise you. As soon
All
as I
right.
get out of here, I have the money to do it.
So
I got the
right
money.
now the bond, stop. Right now the bond stands at 5,000 personal with a GPS tether. If I get word from Ms. Coyle that the complaining witness wants to make sure that you're out and this feels comfortable with this no contact, then I'm going to remove the tether. That's going to happen at some point today.
Okay.
So, if I get that information, we'll send that information down to the jail. You're going to be released.
Okay.
I'm going to give you the next date right now, and then we're going to keep it moving, okay?
Okay. Thanks.
All right. Thank Mr. Reagan.
Thanks, Mr. Reagan.
And Ms. Coyle, because, the understanding is, we don't want to keep you in if we don't have to.
Right.
And if that's the case, then I'll listen. So let's see, Ms. Sanders, your next date is August 29th before Judge King at 8:30. And then when I get that information, or if I get that information, I'll send the mid down to the jail so you can be released.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That concludes the hearing.
Hello, once again, this is Antonio, and thank you for tuning into this video. Like I said, the young lady started crying and it broke my heart. And the prosecutor actually alluded to the fact that she may need to get mentally evaluated. She's only 22 years old. And when you are not thinking through your actions and you allow your actions to do the thinking for you, or your reactions to do the thinking for you, it's going to have strict consequences in life. And that's just the way life is. That's going to have strict consequences for your life when it comes down to that. And the bottom line is, this did not have to happen, right? And that's why I always say, and I'm gonna stay on top of this, and people probably gonna hate me for it. People probably not gonna come back to the channel, and that's okay, right? Rome wasn't built in a day. I'm gonna get a tribe of people that's gonna love my commentary. That's how I feel. Everybody don't come back. That's true. But when you marry before you carry, that gives you a understanding that you know this person that you mix in your gene pool with. On top of that, your families, like traditionally when you marry, you actually bridging your families together. And now people just mixing gene pools. And that's just the way it is. The young ladies are no longer introducing men to their fathers because unfortunately, in some cases, the father is not there. And in this case, the young lady having charge at the charge, she's only 22 and she's getting herself mixed up. When you get in trouble for the fourth or fifth time, they read all the prior charges before they even get to the new charges. They read the prior charges. They put timestamps on it. But nevertheless, put it in the comments. How do you feel about this case? This is Antonio with Team Tiggio. Please like, comment, subscribe. We're going to keep pumping out videos on this channel. And once again, we'll see you in the next video.